K-Pasu Mufasa, Monkeys World 1 here.
And get me.
Went out video game hunting this weekend with a buddy of mine. Very cool dude. Can't wait till you guys meet him. He's going to end up starting his channel. So with that being said, I'm not going to state what he's picked up because I don't know if he's going to end up using that as like his pickups video. I don't know yet. But he is going to start his own channel, and when he does, I'm going to turn around and put a bunch of links down at the bottom of my videos. That way you guys could go check them out and subscribe. But we did pretty good this weekend. The only thing is, I feel really bad, dude. I really do, and I'm sorry. He turned around and he asked me, he's like, well, what time do you guys want to leave? Or what time do you want to leave? And me and my wife used to turn around and sell at the flea market down there, and we used to leave early, but that was during the summer, you know. So still, mornings here are kind of cool. But anyways, long story short, we left at 6 o'clock. We got there, there was only like 4 vendors in the whole flea market. So we start going to all the thrift stores and pawn shops, and everybody's closed until like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's something ridiculous. So we had to do some major time stalling, and I felt bad because you didn't have no sleep, dude, and I'm sorry for that. At least you could have probably got an hour in. He turned around, was only running on Red Bulls, but he was good. But we found quite a few things, and let me try to get them as close in the order as we went along and did it. So when we were there and there's only like 3 or 4 vendors there, we were looking around. There wasn't nothing, but except one thing. I turned around, found a Nintendo 64 power supply, and the thing is I had a Nintendo 64 that needed a power supply, and I turned around and I bought this for $2. I was like, yeah, you know, go home, plug it in, get the AV cord, boom, controller, complete system for sale. That wasn't the case, because after I bought this, after I gave her the $2 and we were walking off, I was like, huh, y'all know something? Come to think about it, I already sold the Nintendo 64. So, I mean, not bad for $2, because, I mean, I've ran into a bunch of them before with no power supply, so next time I do, I'm ready. So we turned around, we stalled some time, and I guess I'll jump into this real quick. If you guys got a Kmart near your house, I suggest you stopping by Kmart and checking out their games, because the one we went to, they had like Harvest Moon for the DS, the 3DS, and they're like $14.99 a piece, still sealed. Great deal. Didn't want to spend the money though because nothing was open yet. As far as like when we're hunting, there was nothing open, so I'd rather keep that money in my pocket. But we turned around and stalled enough time, and what was the first thing we did was, after we stalled the time, we went back to the flea market to see if there's more vendors, and we turned around, went, and he found quite a few games. They're really good games, and we ended up paying $3 a piece for the games. And what I got, 2 of these are going in my collection. One's getting sent to RPG Machine. Battle Tanks Global Assault, that one's gonna be mine. Paid $3 for it. And RPG Machine was like, dude, that's a dope game, so I can't wait to play it. I haven't played it yet, and I'll be playing that soon. The next one I got it mainly for my daughter. It's Tonic Trouble. And once again, I brought that to RPG Machine's attention, and we looked up video gameplay and everything like that, and it looked really fun. So that one's getting added. The one I'm sending, Dude, you got to leave in the message or tell me tonight, because I'm getting ready to try to get on and talk to you, but I keep wanting to say your name. And I know some people are funny about putting names out there or whatnot. I mean, I'm not. Monkey's World is where I go by ever since high school, but my name's Anthony. But I keep wanting to call you by your name, and I don't know if you do that, so we're leaving that out. Just RPG Machine 86. I'm gonna add the 86 in case someone wants to check you out that hasn't. But this is getting sent off to him. Enough about me rambling about my boy. Alright, so I paid $10 for all this, which makes this $1. It's the Game Shark Pro. Now, my buddy that I was with, and it wasn't RPG Machine because he has the channel. The buddy I was with that's gonna make a channel pointed out to me the one I had. He's like, dude, I doubt that works. And I didn't thoroughly inspect it or anything like that. I just was excited that I found it in the bottom of the bin or whatnot. And it was the clear one. It wasn't the Pro, but it had like chips out of it and everything like that. And he's like, dude, I don't think that's gonna work. And I was gonna give it a chance because it was only $1. But when we were walking away, I dug through the bin one more time, and I found this one. So I asked the dude, I was like, well, this one's in better shape, can I just switch them out? He's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So I actually switched it out for the better of the two, because the Pro goes for a little bit more money. So we left there, and there's this little building that sells, it's like a thrift store, but he has another guy that'll come out there, set up, and have like yard sale items. We went there. Really nice guy, older guy. I've gotten a few games from him before, and my buddy, trying to remember if you picked, yeah, I think you did pick something up there. You did. He picked up some games there, and the only one I found that I was interested in, I found two, but I tried to talk him down, and that was Star Fox Assault for the GameCube. No cover art, just in a cheap case, and the disc was kind of iffy. And I tried to get them down to $3 because they wanted $5 for them, but I wasn't about to pay that for that price. But I did find one that I was willing to pay $5 for, and that's Twisted Metal 4. And talking to the guy, he kind of made our stomachs turn a little bit. Not in a bad way. He's a really nice guy. Apparently he has, older guy, he's probably, I don't know, I'm going to say around 60 something. But apparently what he told us is he has a bunch of stuff and like trailers and shit like that he is going to turn around and I think bring him to a house that he owns, and he's just going to sell out a house instead of that little building or whatnot. But me and my buddy's going to find out for sure, because this guy was saying something ridiculous, like he had a Nintendo 64 that was sealed in the box, never been opened. He sold it for I think $40, and we looked at each other, we were like, ah. So we definitely are going to keep talking to that guy. But we left there, and we went to a pawn. Wait a minute, did we go to Chinaman or we went to Chinaman. Chinaman, I call it a Chinese warehouse because it's this Chinese man owns a big warehouse, and usually you can find stuff there. And I know there's still stuff there. It's under the cabinet in the drawer, gotta be. But it's hard to get that guy to look for anything or, you know, rummage through his own stuff because we can't get behind the counter that everything's in. But long story short, me and my buddy were getting ready to leave, and he spotted boxes of comic books because he knew that I was starting to collect comic books. Only issue number 1 though. I do have, you guys saw the video, I do have like 2 or 3 number 2s, but mainly just number 1 issue. and that's all I'm collecting, unless it's a really, really good series that I gotta read through. But anyways, I tried to work out a deal thinking that the guy was going to sell them 50 cents a piece or whatnot. He told me $1 a piece. So the only ones I got was blah 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 blah. Death's Head Gold 2. #1 issue. Reason why I say 2 is because it's the second series. But my buddy found that one and showed it to me. I was like, yep, I'll definitely get that one. Looks really cool. The next one he found and handed to me, it's my favorite. Okay, it's my second favorite because the ones that I showed you guys before, there's some good ones in there, but this by far is my second favorite. The one that I found's my first, and you'll see why. But anyways, you guys don't care about that. But this one's badass. It damn well could be my first favorite. But actually, I'll make this my first favorite because it's issue 100. It's not issue #1. It does got a 1 in it. But the one I found, my favorite first issue, we'll say. This is my first favorite any other issue. But it's the Punisher. I don't know how this is gonna show up on camera. I hope it shows up good. But the Punisher, mind-blowing 100th issue, and it's got that metallic look to it. Over here, I doubt you guys can see it. It's a face, and then over here you got the Punisher like skull going down it. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. This camera ain't doing it justice. If you guys are holding it right here in front of you, you'd be like, damn. But, yeah, pretty cool. That was $1. This next one, first pain-packed issue. And I love, I love the Hellraiser videos. And I don't know if you guys guessed it by now, but it's Pinhead, first issue. It just looks badass. It's cool. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna open it up and read it and look at it. But the front with his face and everything's raised so you could feel it, like popped out or whatnot. But I thought that was freaking the bee's knees. Okay, moving on. After we left the Chinese warehouse, we went to a pawn shop, and what I found there, they had a few good games, but I didn't feel like spending the money on the game, and I'd rather have it for the flea market and thrift stores. So the only thing I found, I showed you guys I think before, I'm not sure, but it don't matter. I had the empty case, and I was trying to find the game to fill the case. There's 2 different to this series for the PS2, and I still gotta get the other one. I got case and manual for that. I bought this game from the pawn shop for $3. It didn't have the manual. I had the manual, so it's complete. And that's Maximo versus Army of Zen. And $3. I was really happy to actually find that. So from the pawn shop, that's all I grabbed. But yeah, cool game. Where'd we go after that? After that pawn shop, I think after the pawn shop, we hit Salvation Army, and we looked through the little stand they had of games, and I wasn't seeing anything, and my buddy turned around and found this, and he's like, here you go, dude. And I thought I had the first one for the PSP. I mistaken it for Star Ocean, so I'm on the hunt for the first one of this game, and my PSP's charging right now so I can play it, and that's Phantasy Star Portable #2. I paid $2.33. There went the manual. $2.33 for this game. Great game. And on our way home, I asked him if he ever been to this thrift store right around the corner from the house. And he said he's been there before. And the story behind this thrift store is the lady that owns it, her and I guess her husband own it, and she's a straight up shark. She since I moved to this area, she's been the only person that I have constantly ran into doing the yard sales around my area. She turned around and I caught her walking down driveways as I'm walking up with video games in her hand. So she's definitely my competition around here. Well, not competition, but me and my buddies get to start getting to them before she does, that's for sure. But behind this story, she turned around when I bumped into her one day. She's like, "So you collect video games, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, you ought to come to my thrift store," and told me where it's at. And I said, I was honest with her. I said, "Look," I said, "I don't know, because what I'm used to paying is yard sale and thrift store prices for video games," and meaning because obviously she owns a thrift store. Seeing that she was picking up all the games, I thought she was the type of shark that looks everything up and sells them accordingly. That's why I said yard sale and thrift store type, even though you guys are probably thinking, well, she owns a thrift store. Her being a shark, I thought she did her research, but she doesn't. She does not do her research. But I told her, yeah, I'll stop by sometime and check it out. Well, me and him went there. She only had about probably 20 games, and we were looking. Nothing was catching our eye, but I saw one game that caught my eye because I knew RPG Machine needed it. So I was like, oh, there it is. Might as well pick it up while I can, because I got a buddy in need. And that was Super Smash Brothers Melee. Melee. Picked that up. No manual. Disc is in good shape, but it does have the cover art. So I picked that up for him. And I found another game. It was near the front. Only PlayStation game there. Regular PlayStation. I love regular PlayStation. I love the game. I had a copy a while back ago, and it kept freezing up on me, and it was just disc only, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to eventually replace it. Well, I found it. And that's Beast Wars Transformers. Now, with these two titles here, and me knowing she's a shark, she had a little sign on the game thing that they had the games on the stand, and it said all video games 2 for $5. And I'm thinking to myself, she's been a shark to me ever since I moved here. There's no way she's selling these 2 for $5. So I made sure. I was like, these are 2 for $5? They're like, yeah. So I picked those up 2 for $5, and I was excited. Because now, the way I look at it, could take my time, let her do my dirty work, let her go pick up the games for me and my buddy. We'll just do a one-stop shop and freaking buy them off of her. But just kidding about that. I'm sorry. But just kidding about that, because I'd rather go out and try to beat her to them and pick them up for a little bit cheaper. But my buddy I'm talking about, that's going to be starting his channel. Like I said, I'll put the link when we get his channel going. We'll put the link at the bottom of my stuff so you guys could check him out. Very, very hard-hitting collection. He's got a really nice collection, really nice setup. You guys might see that soon. But me and him did a trade. I'm not going to say what the trade was, just in case he films it. Just I don't want to take from his side, you know. So maybe you guys will turn around and be like, well, what did he trade for it, and watch his video or whatnot. We'll see. But I did a trade, and I've been wanting this game forever. Well, not forever, but I've been wanting this game. And it's a Super Nintendo game. Now the thing is I just got done selling my extra, I sold a few extra systems about 3 weeks ago. I've been playing something totally different, so I haven't even touched the Super Nintendo. Well, I didn't have a power supply for the one I sold, and I forgot. When I got that other system, I took the power supply for my Super Nintendo, and I turned around and tested the system out. The other Super Nintendo, the one that I just sold, I tested it out, didn't put my power cable back to this one. So I accidentally sold my Super Nintendo power supply. Now, I got this game, and turned around, I put it in, and I'm like, hell yeah, here we go. I'm fixing to play. But, that was me being retarded. I turned around and ended up selling it. So now, while we were out this weekend, I tried to hunt one down. I'm going to turn around and get another power supply, and then I'll finally be able to play it. But, without further ado, I might as well just get the suspense over and show you guys what I got in the trade. We were both happy. I can't believe I'm touching it, but Chrono Trigger, dun da da da. But yeah, we did a trade, and now he has his complete in box. This was a spare copy to him because he got a really good deal, and I'm sure that might end up in a video of his. I'm not sure, but I won't tell you the deal he got. But phenomenal deal he got, and yeah, now, and as a matter of fact, I gotta write this in my little book of what I got now. But yeah, Chrono Trigger, great game, dude. I still kept it in the baggie that you put it in, and it's gonna go back in there until I get one of those little clamshell cases with the cover art. But yeah, that's been it. That's been my weekend. Other than that, real quick, because I know I've been getting on long rants and stuff like that. And okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My daughter's acting up out there. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been stuck on this thing. Excuse me. Very addictive, and that's Castle Clash. This game right here is freaking addictive. It was free, but you could buy in-app things. But the object is you build up your castle, you hire your soldiers, get hero characters, and you battle people online, go destroy their castles, steal their gold and their mana, which is their like special potion, I guess. Now we got a crying child. But yeah. Anyways, very addicting game. If you got a Kindle, I don't know if you could get it on an iPad, check it out. Very fun. It was free, and this has been consuming me a great deal. But anyways, Monkeys World 1 saying out, because I gotta get on here and see if I can get a hold of RPG Machine. Anyways, you guys have a great one. We'll see you guys next time.